Party all night is the best of the best, best friend weekend. We can party all night is the best of the best, best friend weekend. We can party all night. Shout out the whole podcast crew. Everybody already know what it do. When you really gotta kill it, ain't nobody gonna feel it. When you really gotta tell them it's my crew. It's best friend weekend. We can party all night. We got Ross moving, Lowe's, Rumble, Aldo, Nice is the uncle.
Summer is upon us. Summer is upon us. And as you know, like I know, it be some severe weather conditions, bruh. I'm talking crazy heat. Crazy humidity. You know, the normal song of every summer for a down south person. And with this brings me to my next point. Between the hours of 11 and 6, don't ask me to do nothing, bruh. Nobody. I'm not going outside. I'm not leaving my spot, bruh, till the sun go down, bruh. And if you ain't catch me before the sun coming up, you gotta wait till 6 o'clock, bruh. Don't ask me to go nowhere. Don't ask me for a favor. Don't ask me just for anything between the hours of 11 and 6. Thanks, management.
I say, whoa, welcome to the Best Friend Weekend podcast. It's your man Aldo Nice.
It's your boy Rosh Move.
It's your boy Los, aka CAP.
Yeah, Rumble brings up a very interesting point that I wholeheartedly agree with. Thanks, management.
I wholeheartedly disagree with it. So I like to go outside between the hours of 11 and 6.
Where do you live at again?
I live in Denver, but I would do it in Louisiana.
Hold up. So, how long have you been in Denver?
2 years.
So, I think when you kind of get out of a situation or away from a situation, sometimes you kind of forget the severity of it. I mean, honestly, I live in Houston, and Houston is in New Orleans. When I went to school in New Orleans, I remember distinctly walking to and from on campus going to classes and having to change my undershirt anytime I would leave the room and go to class and walk back to the room because it was drenched every time.
I think the key statement is undershirt. You shouldn't have an undershirt.
Back then, boys wore undershirts.
Back then they did, but they don't now. We're not talking about back then. We're talking about right now. Management
that means,
is
okay.
in effect right now. This is
Let's go there. This podcast is brought to you by Ito's Cajun Cocina. Them boys say they're doing the last ball of the season. We're going to just call it LaMelo Ball since it's the last ball. But last time we went to their ball, we went out there around what time, Los? 3 o'clock?
Yeah, like 3:30. The hottest time of the
and
day.
Our shirts,
yes,
without undershirts, were drenched.
Yeah.
So what say you about that, Raj Move?
You need to wear a different type of shirt.
So we should have went out there with some Under Armour?
Some dry fit.
Dry fit?
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I think a tank. You go to tank. A nice tank.
That means I've been dripping
jersey.
all over the place.
No, a basketball jersey. Okay, that's fashionable. You go out there with this podcast is brought to you by Mr. Bucky. Go out there with your shirt unbuttoned. I think there's a couple of different ways that you could do it, but I'm going outside.
I don't think it matters. I don't think it matters what you have on. Like me, I go running in the heat. I play football, so we used to practice in the day of the heat on turf. So in the summertime, so it doesn't bother me. If I'm going somewhere like to eat or do something, I really don't want to go in those times because it's too hot. I'm gonna be sweating as soon as when I get in there. Like walking to the car, I'm sweating. Sitting in the car, waiting for the AC to cut on and get cold enough so I can stop sweating. And then I start cool off, and then when getting out the car to go into the establishment, I'm gonna be sweating. So I definitely, I'm with Rumble on this one, man. Please,
that's cool. I never said that it was wrong. I just said that I'm just of the opposite belief.
Yeah, no.
I mean, the concept of day drinking and partying during the day and all the rest of that is what's up.
Yes,
we all can agree that that's the best thing. There's nothing better than getting back to the crib or getting back to where you're going at 8 or 9 o'clock and you done already got drunk and you're already like, okay, let me take a shower and I could go to sleep and I'm gonna wake up regular.
Yeah.
And I love it.
Yeah.
Just being outside is so draining. And So maybe this weekend, like we said, Raj, maybe I'll be out there with my shirt unbuttoned, and Los might have a jersey on, or vice versa.
Yeah.
And maybe we'll use some of your advice.
Yeah.
For this type of thing.
Just let my draws get wet only.
I also don't have a huge sweat problem. I do sweat. So in DC, 100% was sweating, like big time. And like I think I even mentioned this on last podcast or one of the past podcasts that I jacked the towel, like one of the silverware towels, so I could wipe my head. Yeah. And I think you just got to make do. But I enjoy being outside in the daytime. I think it's funny. To be outside only at after 6 o'clock. Like that's you miss so much.
You can make little appearances outside, but you just can't be parked outside. Is what I'm saying. I don't want to be parked outside at 3 in Houston.
I feel that, but I'm still in.
Let me ask you a question.
Okay.
When's the last time you've been to Houston in the summer?
It's been a while.
Yeah, try it if you want to.
I can. Here's what I'm telling you. I promise you, it will. I might be in the house until 6, but it's not going to be my choice. That's what I'm saying. And when I go to Houston, I go to hang with people. And if said people don't want to get out the house till 6, then I will be in the house until 6.
Or go get nothing to eat till 6.
or go get something to eat until 6. I'm gonna start sleeping at Lowe's house.
Daddy.
No, y'all terrible. But I mean, Rumble makes a good point, per always. But so you could either ride with it or you don't have to. But I mean, it's a good little time frame. Some things to keep in mind, man. Let me tell y'all what burned my boot at this week. So the first thing is I like to stay on brand. You know, when I say things, it should parallel things I've already said. My opinions can change, they can evolve, but I really like things to be consistent and people to be like, yeah, that's what Al believes. I mean, and the first two things that burn my boot at this week are things that people hit me up about, basically because of things I've said on the podcast. And yes, they continue to burn my boot at. The first one is, what did I say about graduations from other things besides high school and college? That right? Wasn't I on this? Wasn't this my soapbox?
Yeah,
a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah, you stood on the tall too, your chest out.
Okay, so with that being said, run the audio.
Thank you.
You need to leave? No, bitch.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, he's out.
Fuck you.
Yeah.
Bitch.
Nah, this shit was funny as hell.
Shut the fuck up.
Hold up. Bitch. Y'all. But why y'all laughing at that though? Isn't it sad? It burns my boot because they actually had a kid's graduation. If you don't have a kid's graduation, we don't have this issue. Thoughts, fellas?
The thing, I feel like the thing about it is they had it in the classroom too. Like it wasn't even like it wasn't like it was an auditorium. They set them down in like a little semicircle, some stupid, like right there next to each other, sitting on top of each other in some little ugly chairs. And the lady just screamed, "All right, parents and kids!" Like, so I'm not
welcome to graduation.
Yeah, I'm not surprised by the level of ignorance the kid displayed during this time. Honestly, it really ain't his fault because the way she started the graduation off. You know what I mean? You really can't.
She did not do anything to deserve that. Stop it.
Nah, she started off all fucked up. You know what I'm saying? Everybody was talking. She just hopped in front of him and started screaming. So he just matched her level. You know what I mean? I'm not mad, young man. That dude did what he had to do.
Let me throw. So what I think whenever I was showing, because I showed that video to a couple of people. Let me tell you where I was at with it. One, the first thing I said is, what did she do to him? And then so if you go back and look, like throughout the years, what I'm saying. And then two, I was wondering if he was supposed to be there. Because he was just dressed in a little orange shirt and some shorts, like he just was regular.
He was ready for prison.
He was ready for
orange jumpsuit.
He was ready for prison. That's hilarious.
I know my next step.
I don't know if y'all noticed, but like they should have nipped the problem in the bud. But the little kid obviously wasn't supposed to be in the front. because he was sitting down in the front, and then so the lady pulled a chair from the outside and put it in front of him. Like, all right, I'm gonna show you. You want to be bad? I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna just put it in front of you, and put the chair down. And the little girl sat, and then that man won. Straight up.
I mean, like it reminds me of a statement that I've heard before, that the teachers are scared of the principals, and the principals are scared of like the district level people, and the district level people are scared of the school board, and the school board is scared of the parents. And the parents is scared of the kids, and the kids ain't scared of nobody.
Them big facts.
So
you ever got in a staring contest with a kid? Every kid would beat any adult in a staring contest
because they don't care. They ain't scared of you. Yeah, especially, and I mean nowadays having that the background in education, we'll see situations like this where I don't know for a fact. I'm not about to put that on that little boy, even though I just put prison on him, which is wrong. Let me take that all the way back.
Well, might be a CEO, president.
I mean,
very much.
If anybody I had to guess, I'm putting my money on him.
He
might turn out to be a doctor. I'm not saying that it's a guarantee, but if I had to guess, I'm not going to choose nobody else but him.
Well, he might be like a CEO like your boy Rodney on LinkedIn, though, too. So, CEO of his own label. But what I would say is we see this all the time with these kids who are they give them labels, those behavior disorder, and that's the one I'm talking about, BD. Like a lot of kids get away with a lot of that bullshit because they give them those labels at a young age, and then it's like can't really nobody tell them. So that's what it felt like to me. It felt like this is my whole class. He the BD, behavior disorder kid, that he got these modifications and he could only be limited to 3 outbursts per 6 weeks. And that man might have only been at 1, and he might have been like, "Shit, this is the last day of the semester. Let me get my other 2 in."
But then too, that was pre-K. That was pre-K, so they don't necessarily start testing kids until after that, till you get in kindergarten. They don't start testing students until kinder, because they feel like you can't get a proper gauge.
Well, he just put in his application online.
Yeah, he definitely did. Well, the next school he goes to, or if that school has pre-K through whatever, they definitely know who he is already. My question is, after the first outburst. So his parents couldn't have been there because nobody came and said nothing. Everybody was just chill. Like if your son scream out like that,
they was laughing.
Yeah, like if he say "fuck you" and nobody says anything, come snatch this little boy by the neck. Ooh, I just don't understand how you let sit there and let your child do that. But luckily, whoever that was, it must have been his dad or his uncle. Somebody came and got him. I don't know, but it was too late. I feel like after the first one, you should have ran up on his ass then.
I mean, that's the thing. So I'm gonna put it like this, like on some real stuff. I was a model child at that age, and I feel like we all were. Like we were all model children at that age.
I had a couple of commercials when I was a child too. I was a model as well.
That's what I'm trying to tell you. So I didn't know curse words and all of that stuff. Like I couldn't put that together at that age. That's obviously a problem with that man's parents. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like they enabled him to do that. That's how I feel. You don't learn complex shit like that at that age. You're not supposed to.
Hey, well, okay. It's not 80. When were you born? 84 or 85? Whatever you were born.
Yeah.
It's 2019. So you really, if he just watch TV, he can learn cuss words. You can learn cuss words watching anything, YouTube, whatever. So it's a different day and age.
I just mean to respond like that, That wasn't just like something a kid, like I get it. Kids say the darndest things. I get it, but like not like that. Like that was he heard somebody say that.
You gotta peep your surroundings. If the school having a graduation inside the classroom, the lady just hop in, start screaming, "Okay, everybody, we about to start graduation," just like that. You have to understand where you're at. So we're pretty sure, 99.9% sure, that's low income or it's free daycare, whatever. Taxpayers paying for that. And for that little boy to be sitting right there and the lady went and got a chair, moved him out the way, put somebody else in his spot, and he responded like that, and nobody in there was like, "What the hell?" Everybody started laughing, thought it was funny. So we're 100% sure that's the hood, right? So we know that things like that go in the hood all the time, right? So even if his parents aren't that wild, somebody he knows, somebody very close to his house or something is that wild. So he sees that conflict all the time. So he understands how to respond. That ain't that crazy to me.
Yeah. I mean, we heard, and I think it goes back to what Raj said. We used to hear those kind of things. My people, my family, my cousins, my uncles and stuff. I probably heard that kind of complex cursing put together, like, you know, that little shut the fuck up, bitch. Like I've heard it. I just didn't have the nuts to go say it
that's
in front of my teacher. Cutting like that,
especially in front of my mom and my daddy.
Oh
my God, bro! My mama would have stopped that ceremony immediately and
wore my ass out.
Yeah.
Oh man,
right there.
I could have just imagined. And then she was way stronger than me at the time too. Oh, bro, come on, man.
So what do y'all think? What do y'all think the public out? I mean, because let's say, I mean, all of that to say, we laughing and it's funny because it's shocking, but it's wrong and it's not a good look. It's like, damn, we don't want our little kids to look like that. I don't like little black babies looking like little hood babies in the street and all the rest of that, and how people gonna judge the whole environment based upon that and judge the culture based upon that. Yeah. But at the same time, it is one of those, like, how would you think they would have responded if the mama would have, after he said the first one, when the mama would have walked over there and just pulled out a belt? Pulled out a belt. No, old school, not slap him. Slap him, she would have got in trouble. But like, pull out a belt and just start like warming his seat.
I think
whap.
It would have definitely been received with bittersweet responses. In that there would have been, I think some people, he need his ass beat. But I think more so, I think a lot of more people would have been upon like, hey, you shouldn't do that to your children. Like, it would have.
That's why he liked
automatically forgot that he said some stupid stuff.
She would have been waiting to see the judge tomorrow.
Definitely.
For her bail.
I agree.
How about she would have just spanked him with her hand on his butt?
It depends on who sees it.
With the hand? No, it depends on how aggressive. So the reality of it is I think America and people that has had whippings before understands that a little pat that's not gonna teach him nothing. He like that. Yeah. So give him if you hurt him, then he might not do it again. But then you cross the line into abuse.
So the correct thing should have been, the dude walked over there like he did at the end, but he should have snatched him up after the first one, but like snatched him hard, like grabbed him by the shoulder and just picked him up by his shoulder, and he was off the screen. That would have been perfect.
I would have preferred for him to come out of nowhere in the camera, and all you saw was Jordan 1's drop kicking him, and he falls through, and none of the kids leave. Like, none of the kids even flinch. He gets up, grab a little boy, and then walk out, and the lady continue on with graduation, and everybody start clapping.
Yeah, I mean, in anything, like, it would have been fire, a whole bunch of things. Like, the mama would have just walked in the scene like, no, stop this. We're going to fix this right now. And then the video would have stopped or something like that. Yeah, there's a bunch of different ways to play it. But going full circle, all I have to say is, y'all thought that I was talking that shit about graduations. We don't have little baby graduations. We don't have this problem. That's all I'm saying. It burns my boot. Another thing that burns my boot this week is somebody hit me up, matter of fact, Rumble shot me a holler and was like, "Hey Al, I know this burn your Buddha," and it's just funny that he knows me well. It was like, my greatest blessing came on this date. Since then, this kid changed my life in so many ways. Being a dad is probably the most fun shit in the world, man. I swear. Happy Father's Day to all the dads out there in my kids' life and handling their business. And I hope you all have a good day. And he was like, "This shit burn your Buddha, huh?" I was like, it's funny because I'm gonna stay on brand. Yes, when you say Happy Father's Day to yourself and be telling your kids happy birthday on social media and all that, it still burns my bootag. It's always gonna burn my bootag. And anytime they have one of these Hallmark holidays, it's gonna burn my bootag, dog. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, Father's Day not a holiday.
Let me ask you this: staying on brand, how do you feel whenever females wish themselves Happy Father's Day?
Oh man, I told you, like, honestly, that rogue pod that I did 2 years ago where it was just me, and it was called Happy Father's Day. If y'all go back and listen to it, it's timeless because it's about a 30-minute rant of me just talking to myself and reading things off the internet. And I was reading a whole bunch of Facebook posts about that same subject. That will always burn my Buddha. This is Father's Day. It's not I'm a single mother day, cutting. So I mean, that's all. Y'all could. I'm gonna leave it at that. Y'all know it burned my Buddha.
I don't like it either. I mean, I don't see why would you? I don't understand you wishing yourself something. Like, I don't like when people say, I guess it burn my Buddha when people get on there and say, "Oh, happy birthday to me." I hate that. Like, just so people can tell you happy birthday because you don't think they knew on IG. Like, happy birthday to me. I hate this shit.
Yeah, you know what's crazy? I don't really like that either. I'm not gonna touch on the Father's Day for the women, Happy Father's Day, single mothers.
No, it's called Mother's Day.
I understand. Y'all call it what y'all want to call it, but
Parents' Day.
As far as wishing yourself a happy birthday, that is so whack. And like that is so. And the thing is let me tell you why it's whack, because I've been there, done that. You know, like I did that one time, like a long time ago.
How'd you feel when you got done?
Well, I got a lot of likes on that picture.
That's how you feel.
I brought awareness to my birthday. I think
you can bring awareness though, Raj, without wishing yourself a happy birthday. You could post that picture of yourself and be like, 33 years of the struggle, and I still made it in the Lord, you know, then guided my steps, like, or something, or chapter 33 just is like, or whatever it is. You could do that without it being corny and like happy birthday to me. Or do you think that's all the same thing?
No, I think it's pretty much the same thing, because
exactly
okay.
I think it's the same thing because most of the time the people that post those pictures, I don't care about their birthday. Like that's like it's just coincidence. It's coincidence. And I'm not saying, and I'm sure that there's been someone that I care about that has posted that. But I'm just saying, for the most part, on a larger scale, I usually don't care about the person that's posting that page. Like, a lot of times I like stuff because I like that person. You know how it goes. Like, I see something, it's kind of whack, but it's whatever. That's somebody I really admire, so I'm going to like it. Mm-hmm. Most of the time, that person, I don't like them enough to like their picture.
Okay, so real quick, rank them 1, 2, 3. Mother saying Happy Father's Day to herself. Mm-hmm. Person saying happy birthday to themselves, and parent saying congratulations to my kid for being in the honor roll in 2nd grade.
So the worst one is
which one burned your boot head the worst?
The burns my boot head one the most is the parent that's wishing their child that's putting their child on social media like that. Okay. The second one is, I mean, it's obvious which one is the second one for me. It's the happy birthday one, as far as worst to first. And then, of course, I'm cool with it. Like I said, Happy Father's Day, single mothers.
Oh, my first one is mothers wishing they say Happy Father's Day. That's the dumbest shit ever. That's one of the, that's top tier for me. And then happy birthday to myself is weird. So that's the B2. And then the kid, you know, honor roll. You know,
have you ever posted congratulations to your daughter for like happy honor roll or something?
Nah. Most of you'll get somebody tag me in a picture.
Okay.
Her grandma or somebody tag me in a picture or something. I don't. You know, I told her, she just got out of 5th grade. I said, you ain't graduating. This ain't no graduation. You know what I'm
rubbing off on y'all.
No, that was before we even talked about this. Told her, this ain't no graduation. You couldn't about graduation because ain't no graduation. You going to 6th grade. You got a long time before you graduate.
Congratulations. You do something important.
Yeah. You're not about to make this no big, huge thing. You're supposed to pass 5th grade. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's elementary.
The single mothers calling themselves, like telling themselves Happy Father's Day is like Mexican people who live in Mexico being like, ooh, Happy 4th of July. We out here turning up, Mexico. Like, no, bro. No, you're not in the United States. It's not a thing. Stop it. I don't know. Like, I think there's a lot of parallels. Is it like black people like celebrating St. Patrick's Day? I don't know. Fuck, they got a lot of parallels. But let me tell y'all one more thing that burned my boot at. And this is Rumble inspired too. He hit me up and was like, well, he kind of solidified something that I was already kind of working through in my head. The okay, I keep saying the wrong thing. The LeVar Ball interview this week on, what was it, First Take? I'll run the clip right now.
LeVar, can I switch gears with you because I have a question here.
You can switch gears with me anytime.
Let's stay focused here. All right.
So yeah, y'all heard that. I don't know if you saw the clip live. So Molly on First Take basically said that, and LeVar was like, "You can switch gears with me anytime." You really almost need to see the visual of it, because like LeVar is obviously just kind of responding to the question. In my head, knowing who LeVar, is, what his social media persona, what his online persona is, he's like braggadocious and stuff. But a thing that I've never heard anybody say about LeVar is that he's kind of like a womanizer, or he's like sexual innuendo. Like that never comes from LeVar Ball. So to me, that felt like he was just kind of bragging, like, no, you can switch gears with me anytime. Like I'm ready for any question. And the fact that they all kind of turned it around, like, oh wait, hold up, wait a minute. Yeah, she married to Jalen Rose. Maybe Jalen would have came, but I think LeVar would probably beat his ass too. So there's that.
Well, she said, she finally
he undefeated.
Yeah, he never lost. She finally responded today, and she was just like, well, yeah, ESPN was so supportive, and ESPN said they told him it was inappropriate. My thing is, you see the visual, and Stephen A. said, come on, man. LeVar Ball mind wasn't even nowhere close to trying to say anything sexual to that lady about anything freaky. He was really confused, like, why y'all looking, what you talking about? He looked at Stephen A. like, nigga, what you talking about?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, I'm answering questions, we switching gears. I mean, whatever. And by the way, LeVar Ball is the best father in history, bro. I don't care what nobody say, man. He top 10.
I'm sorry?
LeVar Ball, top 10 fathers, bro.
They said we was going to change the day to LeVar Ball Day, actually, last week.
You got to respect that man. He's just a good dad. But
I just want to give, I never really was like a huge, y'all like LeVar Ball. I never really liked LeVar Ball. He's just weird to me. But I just want to give that man a huge shout out for wearing Saints colors on, That was it made me like him. You know how I feel about my Saints fans, and that man just went full-fledged New Orleans. Like I think it's so funny though how he always in character. Like that's what I think is weird. Like that he just never be like, oh man, I just be clowning around in these streets.
But
like he never
that's him
because that's how he like that.
He really is.
He like that.
That's who he really. He's not in character.
Then he's special.
He really is.
Then he's special.
He is special.
Yes, that's what he's telling you.
But I don't think he is though. I think he just do it. He's just in character all the time. It's funny. It's funny.
I think that's just who that man is naturally. And I feel like everybody got somebody in their family who or know somebody who close to LeVar Ball. You know what I mean? Just always a clown, always bragging on their kids. My kid the best. I'm the best. It's everybody got somebody in their family that's similar to that guy, man. But he didn't mean nothing sexual by that shit. So they blew it out of proportion. That boy went on about his life. He ain't tripping. He in Chino Hills in the big baller states.
I mean, I think that the part of it that burned my Buddha and that we was talking about was just it kind of is that whole idea that look, we want some diversity in different sectors, right? Mm-hmm. Like in everything in life. It's 2019. We need diversity in everything. Yeah. And in sports shows for the last 10 years or so, we've been making it a conscious effort to have diversity, to have women on the panels. But the fact that they make those women like the host every time, to where it's like, so this is the disconnect, right? If I got a sports show or pretty much any show, but let's just say a sports show, and you got a host, and then you got the two people who actually supposed to be giving the opinions, I kind of like that show, and this might sound really crazy, but I kind of like that show for the two people who giving their opinions to give their opinions, and I like the host to kind of just set up the questions and shut up. So I feel like what Molly does a lot more on First Take, it burns my boot because she always interjects herself in the conversation, and I feel like she's the host. Now, if they switch it around and had another host, and Molly was one of the two people, like she was Stephen A., then I want you to debate with the people. But it's kind of like they put her in a tough role because she's supposed to be kind of like defending women's point of view sometimes, but she's also just the host. And the reason I said it is kind of weird is because that's kind of like the format of this podcast, right? Like I'm the host of Yell to the People.
Yeah, I was just about to say,
so it's basically like Al, shut up.
To say that. I was waiting till you got through to say that.
I heard it as I was saying it. That like I might not be the best messenger for that type of message, but I think it becomes well, maybe it's not even that. Maybe it's just that I don't like respect Molly's opinion. There are certain sportscasters and a lot of women sportscasters that I'd be interested to hear what they talk about. Hill. Absolutely. Josina Anderson. What you talking about, Josina? Like
Sage Steele.
Sage Steele.
Sage Steele just came back, and I said, "Look at Sage Steele. Like I know Sage Steele. That's my friend."
Yeah, cause like, and we did say all black women. Y'all got it, Linda Corn. Let's go, Linda Corn. You ain't gotta be Linda Corn. You ain't gotta be Stuart Scott.
What's the lady name who be on the sidelines on NFL game with the?
Oh, that's Doris Burke.
No, he said NFL games. You talking about Pam
on the sideline?
Pam Oliver.
Oliver. Pam. I don't like P.O. She be tripping.
No, Doris Burke is the basketball one. And yes, I like Doris Burke. Yes, fine. I want to hear what Doris Burke is saying.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's a lot of just Molly's not one of those people for me.
Well, I mean, I don't think she does a bad job. I just think, she asks a fefew questions here and there, and she keeps the guys under time limit. And plus she has somebody in her ear telling her, all right, hey, it's starting to kind of, all right, let's try to switch gears. We got to go to the next topic or something. So,
Yeah, I'm gonna go with you on this one, Al. I not because of a female perspective or anything, but I feel like when you watch like Pardon the Interruption, and it's just Tony Kornheiser and Michael Wilbon, and they read, like they got a little card and then they give them enough time to talk about. Somebody reads what they're about to talk about, and then they talk about it. It's like Molly is overkill.
Yeah,
to me, like we don't need Molly's input. You know what I mean? Like it's sometimes it's valued, but most of the time it is just not needed.
I mean, she has some things to say. She know a little something about the game. I don't think you can't just necessarily say it's not needed or she don't have nothing to say.
I'm not saying. I just think
the whole thing is you just don't want to hear it from her. You know what I'm saying?
No, I don't mind Molly. Like I don't mind. Like if like Aldo said, if she was like either Stephen, if it was her against Stephen A. Just like it used to be Jamel Hill versus Michael Smith. It used to be them two, and then even when you go to the other one with the Hispanic people, I can't think of the name of
Poppy in there.
Dan Le Batard.
Yeah, with highly questionable. And Poppy don't never interject and be like, "Well, I think he good." Like he just
Poppy don't care.
Poppy.
See.
That's all I need. I just need Molly to read the question, introduce it, read it, and then hold back.
So that's what we said. We need Molly to take a page out of Poppy book.
Just
exactly.
Say, y'all down bad. Y'all some
shit. While we talking about it, I sent y'all a picture of Big Poppy and his little mistress.
Hey, dead wrong.
When you're wrong, you're wrong.
I just want to take this moment to say that thing was bad and I was right. And now Big Poppy got the whole government of the Dominican Republic lying on his behalf. Did y'all not see the most recent thing that just came up?
No, I missed that.
They basically was like, David Ortiz was not the intended target of murder plot, officials say. The intended target was a friend of Ortiz who was sharing a table with the baseball star at the time. That's said by the Attorney General of the Dominican Republic. Man, Big Poppy got the Harris said Big Poppy got influence in DR. Man got the government to lie to keep it all good with mom at home. Got the government to lie for him, so you gotta get jacked up in Miami.
That boy made that call from hospital. Hey man, I'm gonna need y'all to make up a story to me. It wasn't me.
Right quick.
Old lady around here about to kill me again. I ain't be doing this.
I ain't about to die again.
I got a shit bag too. Yeah, I can't be out here single with no shit bag, bro. It's bad for business.
Stop it. You're stupid. I hate you. I hate everything you talking about.
They gave him a shit bag?
Nah, I don't know. I know he got shot a bunch of times, and usually when people get shot a bunch of times, they have a shit bag if they don't die.
Yeah, when you get shot at close range, like I that is kind of one of my fears of life, dog. Because oh my god,
especially the way I like the shit. Damn, my thing is I wouldn't be on the phone as much though.
What?
You spend your most time on the phone when you taking this shit. If you got a shit bag, you losing hours of phone time.
You probably could.
Yeah,
scale your data down a little bit. Right.
Yeah, because you need two hands to change that shit bag. You can't be scrolling.
I hate both of y'all, man. Look, let's talk about a couple of little stories. I only got like 2 or 3. We're not gonna bombard y'all with a lot this week. One that I definitely wanted to talk about last week, because last week they jacked up Cuba Gooding Jr. It was still happening in real time when we were recording last week, so we didn't get all of the facts. But he was arrested last Thursday and charged with 1 count of misdemeanor forcible touching for allegedly grabbing the breast of a woman while he was partying at a rooftop bar earlier this month. He pleaded not guilty. They said that he allegedly grabbed the breast of a 30-year-old patron as she passed him a glass of water to help him sober up after a night of partying at the 7th Avenue bar, cops and police sources have said. And since then, another allegation came out, and the older incident allegedly happened at a restaurant in Manhattan where he groped the woman's behind. The allegation was from more than 10 years ago, so Cuba responded with "good luck to her." That's his actual quote, and noted the statute of limitations. So just a couple of things about Cuba right there. And I mean, I think it's interesting, like some things I was reading is that he's a notorious party boy. They say Cuba Gooding Jr. would be like getting it in, like 51-year-old in the club, turning up at all times. What are y'all initial thoughts? And I got like 2 questions. Raj, what comes to mind when I tell you that Cuba got jacked up?
My initial thoughts was I was wondering if he was radio or if he was Rod Tidwell, because that's a lot different. You know what I mean? So radio,
he was Trey for Boys.
He was Trey.
Oh, Boys in the Hood.
I think he asked the "Can you ride stick?" Yeah. And he was like,
and
well, I
can learn.
If you teach me.
Okay, then cool. I was wondering if he was radio or if he was Trey Styles. And if he was Trey Styles, then maybe she tripping. If he radio, then why y'all need to get him out of there.
But if he radio, then that means he's special ed a little bit. So you got to give him a benefit of the doubt. He might just touch the titty because
he couldn't
help himself.
If he radio, he got 4 titties to touch per month with no consequence. If he radio,
no consequences. That's his intervention plan.
Like yeah,
you got a titty limit.
Yeah, he like your little boy in the kindergarten class, in the pre-K class. Boy got 5 outbursts per 9 weeks before he get in trouble.
I mean, yeah. What I think is I mean, I just feel bad. I don't feel bad. I'm not gonna say I feel bad, but I think it's crazy how like they got these like certain celebrities, not to name any of them, they're just notorious for certain things, and then you know what I mean. Like it's just funny. Like you. But I don't know about man, groping. You know, like that seemed like a kick out. Like,
so that's what
out the club.
That's where I want to go exactly with it, Raj. That's exactly where I want to go with it. How many charges do you think could have been levied against people in New Orleans on Bourbon Street when we was between the ages of 16 and 22? Man. Every Bayou Classic cutting.
I'm gonna keep my mouth shut on this.
Gotten arrested, taken to jail for groping? I mean, I'm saying I get it. Like, look, I'm not saying that's you know, like you're supposed to be out in the streets doing that and that's normal activity. I get it. But damn, just kick that, tell that man go home.
Nah, man, you in the climate we're in today in 2019, you can't just be like groping ain't like a quick cop feel. Like, oh, groping is you aggressively massaging that lady's breast without her permission. And she tell you stop or she try to hit your hand and you keep it there. Like you don't leave. Like Al, did you ever go to Kappa Beach party out here?
No, I never went to the Kappa.
Oh my God, you talking about groping, boy? Yeah, but anyway, yeah, you can't just be out here groping women in 2019. It's not right, period. But 2019 is definitely a no go.
I mean, what's better? I mean, yeah, it's just like okay, so Cuba Gooding got you know, that man went to jail or whatever happened to him for groping, and then here Trump grabbing him by the pussy, and he's the president.
Right.
That's what I'm saying. Like it's just it's like all right, like okay, so we could grab him by the pussy or we could grope. Like I just feel like it should just be one of them kick him out the club type deals. Like I get it, we in 2019, but still like, hey, that man like I feel like if it's me and I'm in the club and we in a section and I grope something, whatever, call it what you grab, massage, all that. And I feel like the bouncer would come up to him and be like, hey, bro, you got to get out of here. Like, what was that man doing?
Not if that was your 5th time.
I shouldn't have a 5th time. It should have happened on the 1st, maybe the 2nd time at most. Get out of here. You got to go. You tripping.
Yeah.
Not arrest and go to jail.
That boy a 4-time groper.
He's a habitual groper.
A habitual groper. Boy,
hey man,
got
hey, this your first time in? Yeah, man. What you in here for?
Groping.
Shit, groping.
Oh yeah. Groping. We're gonna say, oh yeah. All right. Cool.
Oh, you want to grope something?
You
huh?
want to grope something? Now, why you want to go be bad?
No, why y'all want to be bad? So the thing that I find real funny is why they keep using that picture from the People versus O.J. Simpson, like on all of his stuff.
Because it's the worst picture they can find. It makes him look like a groper.
They got him in court. They got him in court from that scene in the People versus O.J. Simpson talking about Cuba Gooding Jr. got arrested. Like that's the actual courtroom scene.
Because he looked like a groper in that picture. That's why. Damn, that's fucked up, boy. You know how messed it is where they go find a picture you did in a movie to make you.
No, that's bad. That's bad shit. That's really like.
Boy,
that's really crazy
shit, boy. God damn. That's funny.
Like when Wesley Snipes got jacked up, I wonder if they put them Nino Brown pictures online.
Sitting at the table right there with his shirt off.
Yeah, man. In the courtroom, every one of your courtroom pictures. That's funny that they couldn't find nothing real on him. But you know that made me think of something. I don't know if y'all heard this or not. That the juice is on Twitter, man. At the real OJ32.
Hey, did you hear what he had to exchange with that kid or with that other person? The dude kept talking about, what he told him, you too old to be doing this, And OJ was like, "Hey man, chill out with that negativity. Woo, 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 woo. I'm gonna find your ass, and it's gonna be a problem."
No, he didn't.
Listen, swear to God.
No, he didn't.
Well, that's what I heard. And then he put a bunch of knife emojis. Since they made a bunch of knife emojis. For real, the dude was trolling OJ. No, I'm gonna send it to you after this. The dude was trolling OJ, and OJ was going back and forth with that boy. And he sent him a bunch of knife emojis.
There's no way possible OJ sent somebody a bunch of knife emojis right on now, Twitter. Man.
I'm telling her the
story. It's not a thing.
OJ would have had to taken that off by now. It's gone.
No, I'm not talking about. No, it was in the DM. It's a dude DM.
Oh,
he was DMing
that's even
back
worse.
And forth. A little troll.
He can't. That's not. No. I'm not allowing y'all to say that OJ is that stupid.
OJ give a fuck. OJ ain't never gave a damn, man.
OJ didn't got away with murder the real way.
If I did it.
He got over 750,000 followers, but Twitter won't verify his account. What y'all think about that?
You didn't go follow OJ? I definitely wouldn't follow
I didn't.
OJ. I definitely wouldn't.
I didn't. But
OJ on Twitter?
What do you think about? Okay, so what do you think about them determining that his account shouldn't be verified?
I mean, O.J. Simpson's account should 100% be verified.
Yeah, so we know to stay away from. You don't beef.
Well, no, not because that man is a celebrity. I feel like, I don't know. I didn't know that they made that decision.
Mm-hmm.
But I think it'll be. I mean, is that a permanent decision?
I don't know.
But I don't even know OJ know how to get his
question
account verified though. You got to go through a process to get your account verified. Right?
No, I don't think so. I don't think so.
So you think we can get a verified account?
No, I don't think anybody could do it. But yeah, like when you get on Twitter and you get on Twitter for a week and you instantly get 750K followers and you post videos of yourself like to the page and it's you, obviously, then yeah. No,
but I still think you have to go. I don't think they just verify. I think you have to send something in or contact the people.
No,
so you think Michael Jordan has to send something in to get his page verified?
Yeah, his people did. Yeah.
Los, I hear what you're saying, but I don't think so. I think they verify people's accounts based upon like interactions, and they look at it and like, oh, like this person's got all of these followers, and it seems to be the person. They might like send you an inbox. Shit, we don't know the process. That's what I'm saying.
They're gonna ask you.
But if they send something to OJ, he would respond.
Yeah, but maybe they haven't sent it to OJ yet.
That's my point. Then they're not trying to verify him.
Maybe not. You might be right.
If you got 750K, I know they got people probably running around with 50K who verified. You know what I mean? Like just random little rappers from Louisiana is verified. Okay? And that's Orrin Charles J. Simpson,
I thought it was
AKA the Juice. They pronounced it Orrin Charles when they let him go. AKA the Juice. Yeah, stop it, man.
AKA.
So actually, just to let you know, I'm actually looking at it right now. You used to have to request verification. Apparently, they stopped that when Twitter verified a couple of white supremacists. This is true. This really happened. So now Twitter kind of decides who they.
Okay, I knew I wasn't tripping. Okay.
Well, so there you go. Then that means Twitter is consciously making the decision not to verify OJ at this point.
I guess they're not verifying killers of people.
Pristine porcelain.
That's not to say that I still don't think like a up and comer or like somebody that's like on the verge, like kind of on the fence of being famous and not can't reach out and say, hey, what's up? I'm kind of popular. What's up with the verification? I think that could still be a thing, but I also think people like O.J. Simpson don't have to do that.
No, I mean that makes sense. Mm-hmm. So I'm gonna go with that, and I'm gonna say that's real talk. So maybe next time we need to actually try to fight to get that policy back, so we can ask to get verified. Because I don't think they're gonna come knocking down our doors anytime soon. Yeah. But let me tell you somebody else who's got a probably got a verified account, Masai Ujiri. Did I pronounce that right? Yeah. So basically, they said that I mean I don't know how much you guys have been following this, but the day that the Raptors won the championship, he went downstairs and he was trying to get on the court from the press box, and basically he had a confrontation with a police officer, and they basically said the cop, who's yet to be publicly identified, suffered both a serious concussion and a significant jaw injury after Ujiri shoved him. And basically, the cop has not been able to return to work since the altercation, which was, they say, an unprovoked attack. They also said he's considering a lawsuit against the Raptors president. He's also facing a criminal investigation with the Alameda County Sheriff's Office, saying it will meet with his prosecutors later this week to pursue a misdemeanor battery charge because he allegedly got into an altercation with a cop, but more so than anything, he was trying to get into court, and they say he pushed him. He shoved him. And the dude got concussions and everything else, and he can't go back to work, and they're trying to pursue a battery charge. So the first question I have is, would this have happened if this was a home game? So is this should Kawhi Leonard them be responsible for this, for not closing these people out in Game 5?
You gonna blame it on Kawhi?
I'm just saying.
I think it's fun. I just think it's funny like that. Masai Ujiri. Like, as much press as he's had during the finals, had to, like, request access. We just talked about requesting access. Request access to get on the damn court. Like,
right?
Move, man. And then, but on the flip side, Masai shouldn't be by himself. Like, I mean,
he had a dude with him, I think.
Yeah, he had somebody
but
with him.
the little dude should have been an escort, like a, you know what I'm saying? Like somebody that
whoa,
can just get him onto the court.
Nah, he can't bring an escort out there. Whoa, relax.
Be cool, boy.
Be cool, right? It's just a family show.
Jesus Christ.
I mean, you don't think that I just think that there are instances where somebody deserves a nice punch in the mouth. Maybe that deputy deserved that punch in the mouth. Here's what really happened. Let's go back and really
shove to the mouth, man.
Let's tie it together.
Allegedly.
The Raptors, whatever you want to call it, the Raptors won the championship. The team president, GM, that man wanted to get on the court. That man should have been on the court. A cop got punched in the mouth, shoved in the face, got a concussion, whatever you want to call it. I don't know what he did to him. But let's say that happened. Then he deserved it because that man should have been on the court with no friction. It should have just happened. Like, he should have just got on the court easily.
Go ahead.
Well, I know. Well, in the finals or whatever, they beef up security about everybody coming on the court or whatnot. And if he didn't have his, I know he had. I'm positive he had credentials, and I don't know if they knew who he was anything. So if he has credentials, I don't know if he came to him aggressively to stop him or whatever. But I don't think you get a concussion and a jaw from somebody pushing you. And if you did as a police officer, you probably need to find another line of work. If you can't handle a little brisk shove without.
No, I mean, you're making sense. The question is, did race play a role in this? I mean, had this been like Danny Ainge or just one of these other and I'm not even or Kevin McHale, and I know those are hard examples to use because they're known, but let's say even somebody who doesn't isn't really famous, but it's an old white guy coming down, would they have stopped him as well? I think they would have. I don't think race necessarily played a role in this, but what are y'all thoughts?
I think it's different when you see a kind of, because he's kind of tall, right? He kind of tall black guy jumping up and down in a nice suit. You got to assume hey, let me see your credentials real quick. I don't know if he didn't ask him or how to, I guess the altercation started or whatever. But I don't think race is a big role in this one. I think maybe the aftermath.
What do you think? What you think, Raj? What you think? Raj?
I think it's more so. I'm gonna be real. I think it's more. I don't think race had a whole lot. I think that race did play something in it, but not the biggest part. I think that man knew who Masai Ujiri was, and that man was a Warriors fan, to be honest with you. And he's like, oh no, let me see your credentials. Like, I'm being big bad officer. And I think also Masai Ujiri was up in the booth, about to win the championship. I'm having some drinks. No doubt, I'm having some drink. I'm off that hen. And I think that man, couldn't. I mean, I'm 6'4", a little Officer Doofus want to come up to me and check me. I'm Masai Ujiri. I just put together a championship team, and we just won the championship. And you want to check me? Oh no, bomb! And I'm drunk. No. And then I think what's the funniest thing is so I'm reading about this, and this is the funniest thing. If you're out there listening, I want you to, you don't have to close your eyes, but I want you to just get this mental picture, and maybe you can go watch the video, because apparently this is on video.
Yeah, it
says,
is.
Alternate angles of the incident show what appears to be Ujiri shouting in the direction of the deputy with his arm around Lowry's neck after making his way onto the court. So the nigga was on the court with it by Kyle Lowry talking about, bitch, I'm nice. Bitch, I'm nice. Stay over there, stay in your lane.
Come do something. Come do something now.
What you
They
gonna
had,
do
to,
now?
they had to hold him back. On the video, they had to hold him back because he was definitely trying like, nigga, what's happening? He's with the shits though.
No, it started off. It had to start off with him walking down, being like, "Fuck you, mean I can't get on the court? Somebody get this stupid motherfucker out." Like he had to start wilding, like.
All the man came.
I'm worth 20 times more than you.
Maybe I think the dude might have came up on him kind of aggressive. You know what I'm saying? Like, where you going? You can't go here. He's like, bitch, who the fuck you talking to? But either way,
I got a big fire name, Masai Ujiri. You better shut up.
And I just put together the trade of the lifetime. I got Kawhi out here balling, and we won. Nigga, fuck you talking about? Get out of here, man. And I'm finna get that bag. Worry about this little lawsuit.
That's how y'all feel. I mean, I think they would have won the championship if KD would have been hurt, but not Clay. Now cue up that music for nothing nice to say.
If you can't say anything nice, don't say anything at all.
If you can't say something nice, don't say nothing at all.
Nothing nice to say, but Aldo nice.
Ain't nothing nice. You hear me?
All right, so you guys know my stance on this, but for new listeners, let me make it crystal clear. If New Iberia is playing in any kind of sporting event against your city, I'm going for New Iberia. Straight up, I'm with the B. If Louisiana playing against your state, I'm rocking with Louisiana. Saints, Pelicans, all that. LSU, whoever, Tulane, I'm with it. If we talking South or the East or West Coast, I'm riding with the South Side. You hear me? If America is playing against your country, I'm with the Stars and Stripes, man. If Earth is playing in a 7-game series against your planet, I'm taking the third rock from the sun. It's that simple. And I feel like everybody should feel that way. You know, we have our people that we talk about periodically on the podcast who don't live by that doctrine, but I feel like everybody should do it, right? I do, however, have one exception. All apologies ahead of time to the homie Hannah. But the U.S. women's national team, man, I can't get behind it, man. I tried to get with the movement, but I just can't. Okay, look, the first time they won all them years back when old girl ripped off her shirt and turned up, and I was with the shits. I was like, USA, USA. I stood on myself, and I'm proud to be an American. Well, at least I know I'm free. I was with the whole shit, all that. But then they didn't win that one year, and Hope Solo was out there blaming the black goalkeeper, and that kind of rubbed me the wrong way. And then Hope Solo was back beating her little brother on some domestic violence shit, and people didn't even really trip. They didn't even really like make it a big deal, and I ain't like that either. Now they out here, the most recent iteration, scoring 13 goals on a little punk country they playing against, and pressing the celebrate button every time they put one in the back of the net. Like they was turning up. Synchronized celebrations up 13-0 in soccer. Listen, I used to like them because they were the underdog, but it's hard to support the bully, and it makes it easier for you to support the underdog when you see things like that. I used to think the Warriors were cool when they were still cute and cuddly, and they were the underdog, and it was like Steph can't keep his ankles hurt, and Draymond's fat, and they're making threes. That was cute, but then I stopped liking them. I was going for the Patriots against the Rams every time they played in the Super Bowl, but specifically in 2002 when it was against the greatest show on turf, because I was like, I wasn't rocking with Kurt Warner and all them boys. They was the good. Let me go for the Patriots. You know, I was cheering for Manny Pacquiao when he fought Oscar De La Hoya. Like, I like the underdogs when you're in that role, but once you ascend to a certain part, it's like I don't rock with the Warriors no more. I didn't rock with Pacquiao. I don't rock with the Patriots no more. I like to see the underdogs after that. So when I think about America, I think it's like a melting pot. So that's another problem I have. This team isn't really that diverse. It looked like the West German women's national team, not necessarily U.S. national teams, because it looks like a monolith. So I just let it put it that way. Either way, I just sit back and watch the knockout stage of the Women's World Cup and secretly root for the lesser talented team to upset the USA. Because I ain't got nothing else to say about soccer bullies of the world spewing that American exceptionalism. So I won't say nothing at all. I don't know if y'all watch the Women's World Cup at all. I'm huge on when it's like the Men's World Cup. Like I'm involved in watching every.
You do be watching that nonsense, yeah.
Everything, right? But the Women's World Cup is kind of like, it's one of those things where it's like the USA is the best team by and large, by far. I'll watch like the Final Four when it's that, or maybe the championship game, but I don't plan on watching all of the knockout, all of the group stage and everything. I probably done missed half of it already. But, you know, that's my biggest takeaway from it is just, if you're killing everybody like that, I'm kind of like, eh. Like, for the same reason, I'm not going to say I go against the United States women's basketball team, national basketball team. I don't go against them. And I don't, And maybe it's got something to do with the fact that diversity is the thing on that team. Like, it's just as many Diana Taurasi's as it is Lisa Leslie's. Like, it looks like America when I see the women's basketball team. The women's soccer team, it just looks like a bunch of, I don't know. They all look the same, and they throwing up big numbers. I'm listening.
Remember when we was playing in the league we were in, the basketball league in Sugar Land?
Mm-hmm.
And we was beating everybody. We had played some big Africans, right?
Yeah.
And we were blowing them out. You weren't celebrating when you were scoring and we were scoring like that? You didn't celebrate? We was up like 106?
We didn't win the championship.
Don't matter.
We wasn't good. We wasn't good.
That year we was good. We just lost to the championship.
No, okay.
The one before that.
Okay.
But we went beating everybody's ass on our side, and we blew some people out by 205 points.
Okay. So listen.
You were celebrating every time.
When I'm on the sticks playing the video game and I'm beating you, I'm on a high step from the 10-yard line on a pick six up 41-3.
So why you mad at them for shining?
Agree. It's just I'm not mad. I'm not telling them how to shine. It's just I look at it, I'm kind of like, eh.
But then too in soccer, don't you have a point? Like, say if I beat them by 13 and another team beat them by like 16 or 17, and you kind of got to come some kind of tiebreaker. Doesn't the person who win by the most points get something like advance or something higher, right?
Listen, nigga, nobody's scoring 13 goals.
So I gotta say this as the only person that on this podcast that played organized soccer. When you score a soccer goal, it's like, I mean, you don't score goals very often. To say that you scored 13 don't make it no worse than if I score 1. Like, it feels good to score a soccer goal. Could you imagine how it feels to score a soccer goal in a tournament that happens once every 4 years? Like, that's amazing, incredible. I think I would have been right there if I was on the U.S. if I was Joanna Man and I was on the women's U.S. national team. I'm going ham every time I score because it feels good to score a goal. Like, it takes so much to score a goal, and to say that soccer scores are typically like 1-0, 2-1, something 2-0, something like that. On the flip side about the race thing, Black people just don't play soccer. That's something.
Stop that.
That's we just bullshit. Don't do. No, it's not bullshit. We don't play soccer, especially Black women.
The U.S. men's national team has like at least a third of the team is Black. Stop.
Okay,
that.
All right, but I
might
will
be
say
African.
this:
are they real Black people or are they Africans?
No, they're real Black people.
No, they're not.
Like, come on, man, stop it. They real Black people. Now, some of them might be German, but most of them are real. Most of them real Black people. Though, stop that.
Nope. So that's not. So I disagree with you. So I remember that we had 2 brothers.
DeAndre Yedlin is a regular Black person. DeMarcus Beasley is a regular Black person. Tim Howard is a regular Black person.
I just looked at the U.S. women's national team, and there's 3 Black girls on that team. You just named 3 Black dudes. So the men's team got like 4 Black dudes on the team.
I could keep naming Fabian Johnson and like we can keep going down the list. It's a lot.
So these dudes don't all play on the same team. Fabian Johnson and all them other boys don't play on the same team. Here's what I'm saying: Black people don't play soccer. They don't. That's what I'm trying to tell you.
They don't.
Unless they winning it for France and the whole team's Black. But go ahead.
And that's not Black. That's African. Them boys all African as well.
But you might be right about that. If we start having a conversation about race versus culture, yes, you're right. Black is a delineation in my mind for American Black. Like, you're born in America and you're darker skinned, then you're Black. If you're born in Africa, you're African. And if you're born in these other countries, they look at people as nationalities, not necessarily as race. So you do have a point with that. I'm not going to say you don't. Yeah. You got a real point with that. So when we say Black people don't play soccer, you're talking about American Black people. And sure.
Well, of course, because if you go to a different country where soccer is the national sport, then Black people don't play basketball. In those countries, Black people don't play basketball. And in France, Black people play soccer.
Well, if we just go by what you just said, they don't have Black people out there. They have.
Or then whatever. French. Yeah, you're right.
You got Boris Diaw and Tony Parker, but look,
and Nicholas Batum.
And Nicholas Batum. And Giedrins. No, I can't remember that one dude who used to play for the Magic. But anyway, it was a few of them. I know that was a big roundabout thing. But I mean, just put it this. Let me just throw this out here, just because since we're on it, since we're having this conversation right now. If you're watching college football and like let's say it's the give me like the power Alabama's playing against Grambling and the score is 71-0 and then they run a 60-yard touchdown and the whole team get on the sideline and do a choreographed little step. That's the equivalent of 13 goals. Let's just say a goal is a touchdown. So 13 touchdowns. So 13 times 7 is 91. Okay, so it's even harder to score than a touchdown is what I'm saying. So
no, it's not.
Okay, stop, Raj. I think
it's not.
Stop.
It is not harder to score a touchdown than a soccer goal. You play football.
So you're absolutely just making my point. You weren't listening to me. What I was saying was it is harder to score. It is harder to score a soccer goal than it is to score a touchdown.
Yeah.
Okay. Sure.
So I agree with that. So let's just say a soccer goal is worth 3 touchdowns. Okay. I'm just throwing out some random shit. 10 points. 10 points. Let's say it's worth 10 points. If you score 13 10-pointers, that's the equivalent of Alabama beating Grambling 130-0. And on their 130th point, they getting out there and they all do swag surfing on the sideline.
Well, if I'm not mad that if it was a kid who was a walk-on who hadn't played it down and he didn't want to score the touchdown.
Okay. But would you be?
I disagree.
Watching Alabama and feeling like I'm gonna be happy when Clemson beat them.
So how do you like football? Football is different because like I'm not gonna just punt to you. Like I'm gonna have to score, and if you can't tackle me, then I'm gonna score. If I keep handing the ball off, now if a team just keeps handing the ball off and then they keep scoring touchdowns, then I'm not gonna be mad. But if they keep like airing it out, throwing deep balls, and that's a different thing. So I think it's a in much
soccer you could be pressing
game.
up high. You could be pressing up high, and they could be over there trying to turn the team over just so they could score more goals. Well, we don't know because none of us watched that game. So
I did not watch the game, but just knowing soccer the way I think I know soccer, they probably just possessed them, and that's what it's called. You just possess them, and then how do you just not score? You get the ball up to the box and you just kick it backwards? No, you score while you there. Just like in football.
I've seen soccer temes just hold possession for like long swatches of the time.
Yeah,
but
sure,
I get your point.
To win the game.
I think Los made a good point as well too about when you're in a tournament like this, the point differential matters. So maybe I don't, and I don't have a problem with them scoring the goals. I think I don't have a problem per se with the celebration either. But the celebration aspect makes it easier for me to be like, I like to see people get their comeuppance when they talking that shit. That's all. When you up there celebrating,
I like to
see.
That's weird from so just like you said,
a lot of shit.
Yeah, I could take it just how I could give it though.
You preface this whole thing about saying, if I'm from New Iberia, if I'm from Morris or whatever, all of that.
Yeah.
You preface that whole thing all to say, honestly, if New Iberia was beating Lafayette 575-0, I'm celebrating.
In soccer.
In soccer. I don't care what is. I don't care what sport. I'm going. I'm New Iberia for life. So if the women's national team scored 13 goals, not even that's not even 575. They scored 13 goals. I'm talking shit too because I'm with the U.S. national team straight up.
I told y'all that's the one caveat. So maybe y'all right. Maybe y'all bringing me back. You still burn my booty. Y'all not gonna change my opinion. Maybe I just have a thing against the U.S. women's soccer national team. I'm telling you, I gave y'all other rationale as to why I don't necessarily rock with them. I like the U.S. women's basketball team. I like the U.S. women's softball team. We can go up and down. I go for every U.S. women's swimmer in the Olympics, every track star in the Olympics. Any kind of like women's sports, I'm going with the USA. I just something about the women's soccer team even the women's hockey team when they had the hockey thing, I was like, what USA? That one I don't know. I just don't get it. I mean, it's that exceptionalism thing. It's that bully, that big dog thing that they got that's just like, turns me off. Sorry. It might outweigh my my love for home in that way. Sucks. That sucks. Yeah, and if the Saints are beating somebody 100-something-0 and they keep scoring touchdowns and dancing, I'm gonna be the first one to step out and go. Like I'm gonna be a man of my word. I'm gonna get on the internet and say if Michael Thomas and them is doing the chopper style and they up 90-0, that I think that is tasteless and I think that is disrespectful and I love it and I'm gonna do it right there with them at my house or in the bar.
Take a Saint shot. Take a Saint shot. He gonna be doing it with him every single time, especially if it can't guard Mike. That boy
when that chopper style came on, that chopper style came on, we was up there doing the motorbike, doing the Teddy Bridgewater.
Wilding.
Yeah, okay, so maybe I don't have a point. Hey, man, before we get out of here, let's talk about Anthony Davis trade, man. I mean, I'm sorry, is it Dwight Howard? I mean, Anthony Davis.
Hey, man. I'm happy.
I'm
mad. Cool with it. I'm cool with
it. Get that hoe out of Louisiana.
Nah, I think we won. I don't think it made no hope, but I think we won. We got the better of the trade. We got the better of the trade. I'm cool with that.
I don't know. Maybe we did. Maybe we did.
We got a young core. We got good guy. We got a robot coming. One of them cyborg babies coming. You know what I mean? Tomorrow, first pick, Zion. You know, he developing. As long as he develop, we got a good coach. You know, hopefully our GM ain't no fuck ass nigga. We need a center, a tall veteran, couple more vets that kind of
tall veteran.
Well, a center, like a big guy, big man. You need a big man vet. Really, they can go. They should threw JaVale McGee in there. We'd have been all right.
All right, Raj. We don't need Los to be our GM. What do we need, Raj? No,
So
I want DeAndre Jordan, but go ahead.
I'm gonna tell you who I want in a second, but let me tell you who one of my favorite people in the world right now, to be honest, and I was a little skeptical about it, is Gail Benson. That's the widower of the late Tom Benson. This lady literally separated the Pelicans and the Saints because it was disgruntled. The players were disgruntled. The city was disgruntled because they felt like they spent too much time on the Saints and not on the Pelicans. This lady went out and hired the best front office person available. Then he hired the best trainer, so athletic trainer from the Suns. He hired the best up and coming GM, and then he hired Swin Cash. He hired a woman, so he looked good. And
Trajan Langdon.
That's the GM I was talking about. So he hired Trajan Langdon and Swin Cash. So
then what does David Griffin do? Is he the basketball operations?
He's the executive executive vice. David Griffin is the executive vice president of basketball operations. Okay, so that man is basically what Mickey Loomis was, but Mickey Loomis is solely with the Saints now, and David Griffin is the Mickey Loomis of the Pelicans, which is fine.
Gotcha.
We traded AD. If you don't know what we got for AD, for all my sports fans out there, we got Josh Hart, Brandon Ingram, Lonzo Ball, this year's number 4 overall pick, a first round pick. Unprotected. I'm sorry. Actually, top 8 protected reverse. You need to go look and see what that is for yourself. It's too much to explain. Reverse top 8 protected in 2021. If it doesn't convey in 2021, we get it unprotected in 2022.
And 2022 is the double draft, right? Because that's the year high school kids can come in, right?
Exactly. That's the way it's looking. We got an unprotected pick in 2023, and then we have, the right to swap picks in 2023. And then an unprotected pick in 2024. And if we don't like it, we can defer it to 2025. So basically, we own the Lakers draft, all their draft picks, until 2025.
So that's basically like setting up That's basically like setting up a deal with a dude and be like, look, we get a wife swap this 1 year, and we go. This is what David Griffin said in the thing. He was like, look, I want all them picks raw dog. You think he said that?
I mean, honestly, the only thing, like, I've seen some notorious people on social media talking about that we didn't get the house. The only thing that we didn't get was Kyle Kuzma. And if you give me all those draft picks, then you could keep Kyle Kuzma. We'll find another. Hopefully, if we have a good front office, we'll be able to find another Kyle Kuzma somewhere along the line. Yeah. So I'm fine about that. The center that I want, I do think that center is our lacking. What we're lacking, because we go Drew Holiday, Lonzo Ball, Zion Williamson, Brandon Ingram, and then we need a center. So right now it's Jahlil Okafor, but I hope that we trade the number 4 pick for Miles Turner, who led the league in blocks last year and also shot 33% from 3 last year, which is good for us.
Some people were saying that that is not enough, just the 4 pick up front for Turner. We need Turner and something else. That's what I was reading online.
I'm going 4 for Turner. That's how I feel. I think number 4 for Turner.
How about 4 for Bill? What you think about that?
4 for Bill is beautiful.
Center,
but I think we got if it's Bill, then we got to go 4 and Lonzo for Bill, because we'll just
4 and Hart.
Nah, we keep Lonzo.
That's not gonna get the job done.
I won't let Lonzo go.
Yeah, I don't know what you. Lonzo is decent. Lonzo could be a trade aspect if we trade partner if we're getting somebody dope. But to me, like I love what we did there. It's like it's really good. I just want to get that Solomon Hill expiring contract out of there because I think we could do something good with that. I don't like Etwan Moore, so he could have been gone. I like Kendrick Williams is like one of my favorites, so I think he's going to be a lot more dog than people even know this upcoming season. Keep Jaleel. I think we would be able to build out a good little roster. So. We'll see, man.
Stay healthy. We're gonna be all right.
Yeah, and a lot of people from Louisiana. And I hate to be a sound effect doer at this point, but let's just put it like this: the same people, man.
Thomas.
Who Cowboys all day been.
Are you talking about them Thomas?
Lakers.
Thomas.
They've been this whole week been. Oh man, Brandon Ingram garbage anyway.
Thomas.
And so is Lonzo Ball. Shit. We won the trade, Lakers.
Thomas.
Is that how they talk? They talk like what did they do on Instagram?
Ask Raj. The thing is,
Thomas.
Once you like everybody, that's just the team that you're supposed to like. Cutting it becomes. I don't know. Cutting at some point it makes sports not fun if you like. Or maybe it makes it real fun if you like the Lakers, the Cowboys, and the Yankees. If that's like what you do, Cutting, maybe that's fun.
I don't think so. Let me tell you what I think is fun. I think it was very fun to watch Drake cut up for them Toronto Raptors games. Yeah. And I think if Drake was like a Lakers fan and next year he would cut up on whatever the Lakers gonna do and he was just on the sideline, I would be like, oh damn, that's like, okay, yeah, Drake's a Lakers fan, like that's kind of cool, whatever. But the fact that man pulled for a team like from his hometown,
I got you,
and a team that has never won a championship before, like kind of like an underdog from the start. That is way more cool.
We like the fact that Lil Duval is a Jaguars fan, and if the Jaguars win, that Lil Duval gonna be cutting up. We like that.
Way more cool. I love the fact that Steph Curry is a Carolina Panthers fan.
Yeah, I love the fact that Best Friend Weekend is Saints fans, and when they win, we be cutting up.
Thank you.
No, you're right. So that there's something to that. Being a Cowboys fan can't be as fun. So you're right.
Unless you're from Dallas, though.
Yeah, possibly.
Sure.
If that's your hometown, you want to be from there and root for them for the slave trade.
I think the fact that you got a whole bunch of clowns all around the country pulling for your team makes it a whole bunch of whole clowns all around the country pulling for your team makes it like lose some allure. So even if you're from Dallas, it still ain't cool. That's how I feel.
No. And I was talking to some guys from El Paso, and they was like, "Yeah, we like the Cowboys." And I was talking to some other people from New Mexico, "Yeah, the Cowboys." So it's a lot of those pockets of places that don't have teams who are just like, "Yeah, the Cowboys." Oklahoma, probably Nebraska. They're like all of these states that don't even have a team. Arkansas, probably. Everybody's like, "Oh, we like the Cowboys." So I get it. I get that. I get it. But they could pick another team. Shit.
Yeah, New Mexico could pull for the Cardinals. It'd be way cooler if I met somebody from New Mexico and they're like, "Nah, I'm a Cardinals fan." You know what I'm saying? Like, that would be way more cool to me.
Yeah, and I mean, El Paso is actually closer to Phoenix than it is to Dallas, even though it's in Texas. So there's that. So yeah, proximity is a thing. Like I feel like everybody from Mississippi should be Saints fans. Like, honestly. But hey, you never know. To each his or her own, man. Look, so we got rid of Anthony Davis. We're getting Zion, or we should have Zion by the time this pod drops. Zion jerseys for all. What color you getting, Raj?
I'm getting that Mardi Gras.
You getting the Mardi Gras? Lois, which one you getting?
Suwoo.
Oh, you getting that red daddy. I was thinking of getting that white, but now I might get blue now that I see y'all boys got that Suwoo and that Mardi Gras mustard. I might have to get that Navy daddy. So we'll see, man. Look, we back at it again next week. Back at your ear with this Best Friend Weekend podcast, man. Y'all follow, like, tell a friend to tell a friend. You know all that good stuff, man. And we will be back to see you next week. We out.
Bow, bow.